My experiences with coding prior to this assignment were limited, but I did take a digital history course last year at York, and as part of one of the lab sessions, we explored gaming and simulations and had the opportunity to play FreeCiv, which was a similar experience to this coding that we did with Minecraft. I should mention right off the bat that I'm not a video games person, so I found playing and engaging with both FreeCiv and Minecraft, I was getting a little frustrated. It wasn't that it was difficult, but it wasn't something that I'm completely used to or comfortable with. While I was doing the hour of code, my 14-year-old brother walked into my room, and when he noticed that I was playing Minecraft, he came and helped me out with one of the modules that I was stumbling with. It was interesting to see how much easier it was for him to navigate it complete without even looking at any of the tutorial videos or reading the instructions, and how easily that he could figure it out compared to how I could. In fact, I was telling my family at dinner about my adventures in coding, and my 15-year-old brother actually seemed quite unamused. He said, I'd been doing coding for the past few weeks at school. You're just doing it now? He's in a STEM program, but regardless, I found this quite fascinating, as I didn't know prior to this how common learning code has actually become among children and youth. Before completing this activity, I had Googled coding and found that essentially it deals with telling a computer, an app, a phone, or a website what exactly you want it to do. I think that coding and learning to code is definitely quite important for contemporary children's culture, as technology is everywhere now. Children today start engaging with technology as early as 1 year old, playing with cell phones or iPads, so why not learn how exactly they work? From self-driving cars to social media, computer science is everywhere around children, and learning to code is a fundamental skill that not only teaches them how these things exist, but encourages them to be innovative and creative to create things for themselves. I think that fostering this love for innovation falls under the UNCRC, more specifically Articles 4, 13, and 17, which have to do with the participation, freedom of expression, and access to information and the media for children. Particularly with games like Minecraft, these are typically created for children by adults. But if children are the target audiences, then why not have children create the games for themselves and to know how to do so? Coding helps children to learn how to do just that, and simultaneously it helps them have an active voice in matters that affect their lives either directly or indirectly, both in virtual and real spaces. Additionally, as an educator, I think coding has the ability to build confidence in children, which is extremely important. It can be a method of empowering children who are proud of the fact they can create projects for themselves and then be able to show them off and discuss them with their family and friends, who they can then teach to do the same for themselves. Coding allows children to have fun while they learn, and they stay engaged and continue learning and creating. Having said this though, and going back to last week's topic on the dangers of participation online, I think that children being able to code could be an alarming concept for some parents to comprehend, since they might not fully understand it, but hopefully children can educate the adults for a change. Lastly, while I was doing the hour of code, I noticed that some of the problem solving that I had to do in the modules could translate to success in other areas of children's everyday life. Learning to program then could support learning in other areas, like math, reading, and science, and strengthen their problem-solving skills, allowing children to discover and make real-world connections in an online setting that they are comfortable and familiar with, and one that's actually quite fun. I definitely plan on incorporating coding into my own future classroom.